Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The numbers on the ground for Gainwell last week. 13 carries, 74 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Looking to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. 2nd and 5. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw. And in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Barnett. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Winston. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Jameis to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll throw again. Winston eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jameis Winston. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught by Mike Evans. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A first carry for Rachaad White. Down to the 25. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Ready, 33, yellow.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw, rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Black Knights are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. To throw is Winston. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Winston to give. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. London about set to take over on offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes, but how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want it in their hands at all times.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. 3rd and long for Winston. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Winston. Being chased out left. He completes it to Olave. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play fake. Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play action. Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Jameis again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Joe Tryon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second and 6. And this is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll drop to throw. This is White on the screen. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Have a great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. They'll certainly have the green light here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Jameis now on first down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 16. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Carolina. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. The Panthers trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Allen Lazard. 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Saints to take over. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts, but the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. To throw, Winston.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Winston. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Winston now. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the ground, it's Kamara.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Winston.
That's complete to Troutman right side.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. Barnett, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
7 yards there and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Following the interception, Winston forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Joe Tryon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Winston.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we go into the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Looking to throw.
Completes it again to Gage.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. They'll look to throw again. And break. The tight end's got it. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Toward the sideline, and he locates Gage.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that'll be caught by Darden. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Ready. 32. Yellow. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run behind center with Gainwell.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The target that time, Michael Thomas. 3rd down here. Jameis to throw it. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Joe Tryon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
London about set to take over on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this one complete to Darden. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's got White here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Dancing to his left.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now a first carry for their fullback. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give. This is Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Winston. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And they take a knee. Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium that taking care of the football is king. They play turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for the Saints, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.